from Chengdu No.7 High School Natural Department, grade 10, class 3. As you can say, the topic of my speech is follow me and you cannot get a community, which is literally true. Because, sorry, this one is mine. But now you may say, you don't give me a community, so why should I listen to you? Well, in this presentation, I'm going to take a closer look at community and explore a phenomenon called conformity with all of you, which may be more valuable than simply enjoying a community. To brief, let's get into the topic. First of all, I have a question for you. As most of you are proficient surfers on the internet, have you ever noticed anything about the first cup of community in autumn, like the busy scene in every community store or the hurry of takeout delivery man? If your answer is no, which means you know nothing about the topic, then please raise your hand and let me know. So it seems that almost all of you guys know something about the topic. And I can imagine some of you may even bought a cup of milk tea at the beginning of this autumn. But here comes the question. Do we really need milk tea so desperately on that day? Certainly not. But it seems that on social media, or even in WeChat moment, everyone holds a cup of milk tea in their hands, except you, which may push you to buy one and thus feel you're keeping up with the trend. That's what we call conformity in psychology. Experts explain conformity as the act of voluntarily matching attitudes, beliefs, behavior to what most people do under the pressure of going along with the majority. Personally speaking, two key points need to be highlighted in that definition. The first one is voluntarily, which means you act out of your own willingness. The second one is pressure. Both real pressure and imagined pressure can cause conformity to happen. Besides these 2 points, another very important thing about conformity can also be found during the process of ordering a cup of milk tea. Conformity can happen whether people realize it or not. For example, if you bought a cup of milk tea just because others are doing the same, and you think, oh, I should do it as well, your action is unconscious. By contrast, if you order a cup of milk tea for your best friend to show you care about her, then your action is conscious. Example like the first cup of milk tea in autumn is countless. You may not know the sales of a drink at HEYTEA increased dramatically just because of a picture, but I'm sure you may be familiar with the huge popularity of labubu in the summer. In words, they become popular both because they are Lisa-like. Idol spikers, then their fans, followed by many other people. That's conformity, right? However, this example might seem only harmful or violent. But now, let's talk about more serious effect that conformity may lead to. You know a very popular drink from HEYTEA called body shaping bottle. On social media, it seems to be the best, the healthiest, most delicious drink that we've ever had. First of all, it seems to be extremely wholesome, as it's a mixture of bitter gourd, lemon, vegetable, tea, and many other ingredients that seem to be beneficial for the body. Besides that, it can help you to be slimmer. Just imagine losing weight without intense exercising or stopping yourself by only eating vegetables. The only thing you have to do is to enjoy a cup of body-shaping bottle every day. How perfect that sounds like. Besides that, it seems to be that the drink is terribly tasty, as many people show their like of that drink online, and some of them even try to make that drink at home. Because of all this reason I told you, the sales of that drink is unbelievably high. It's a bit shameful to say, but I follow the tide as well. I bought a cup of body shaping bottle this autumn. However, I find the fact under the healthy drink coat was totally the opposite. The most important point to mention first, body shaping bottle is not as healthy as I thought before. The reason I can say so is that I've used a sugar level measuring instrument to test the drink. This is a sugar level measuring instrument. Just put one drop of liquid here and you can know how much sugar that drink contains by reading that small string. To make the result more accurate, I test the drink 3 times and the average value is 7.4 degree Brix. You may not familiar with that unit, but that's totally alright. You can think of that this way. 7.4 grams of sugar can be found in 100 milliliters of the liquid. In other words, if you drink a cup of body shaping bottle, 37 grams of sugar is ingested by your body. What does 37 grams of sugar exactly mean? It's more than the sugar you were ingested from a bottle of 330 milliliters of cola. That's a surprise result, right? Because we always think cola is unhealthy drink. So you say, instead of giving us results that makes our expectations, 9 times out of 10, conformity disrupts our personal life. And besides that, besides it's not so healthy, I find it unable for me to fall asleep after drinking half bottle of the body shaping bottle. I was even unable to sleep until 1 a.m. Maybe it's because I'm too sensitive to caffeine, but it's annoying anyway. And besides that, body shaping bottle can let you to have loose bowels. Okay, I know what you may be thinking, but luckily I don't have loose bowels. However, someone on social media is not that lucky. They have loose bowels to different extent. Some of them may have to go to the hospital, but while others have to go to the restroom several times at night. So you say, instead of giving us results that meet our expectations, 9 times out of 10, conformity disrupts our personal life. If we're simply talking about ordering a cup of milk tea, the worst result is to have loose bowel and go to the hospital. But what about choosing what course you're going to study, or choosing a major? If you choose a major simply because others say, oh, it's brilliant, you must have a try, and you find the course terrible after taking it yourself, what can you do? Not go to the hospital, right? I've talked so much just now, but here comes the real key point. How can we deal with conformity? Actually, the answer can be found in what I said just now. Firstly, in the moment, please stay aware. Next time when you want to buy the first cup of milk tea and not, ask yourself, do I really need this? Secondly, before you decide, look at the facts. Evaluating the result of buying something instead of blindly giving your money away. Oh, the restroom is waiting for you. Lastly, and most importantly, if you want to make a wise choice, it's not enough for you to simply evaluating the result by using the instrument. You have to explore yourself. It's not only about knowing your favorite kind of milk tea, but about knowing who you are, what you want to do, and what makes you different from others. After all, an English idiom says so. One man's meat is another man's poison. What you find nice may be just awful for others. To sum up, talking about conformity, what we really need to do is to see. Now, let's go back to my title. Instead of following me or anyone else to find your own sweetness of life, I advise you to listen to your inward voice and find the kind of beauty, the kind of diet, the kind of lifestyle that is appropriate for you. It's only for you. That's all I want to say today, and thank you for your patience.